And welcome back, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful city of St. Louis. You see the arch right there in the center of your screen. This is CNN's Fourth in America, and we are witnessing history, really. Beantown is bringing back the fireworks. I want you to watch and listen to the Chicago Youth Symphony Orchestra and the Austin Symphony Orchestra. They're playing your favorite hits from composer John Williams.
Investing isn't just for the elite few, it's a skill you can learn. Webull is here to enhance your investment journey. You can learn how to invest with Webull's educational resources and practice your trading skills with a paper trading simulator before investing real money. Once you're ready, you can invest with as little as $5. Even better, Webull provides real-time quotes, easy-to-use charting tools, and more than 60 indicators and technical signals, which help you to analyze the market trends and the performance of a particular stock. It's never too late to start investing. Get started with Webull.
Don't waste your time trying to analyze market trends. That's what VectorVest is for. Market timing indicators let you know when to buy and sell so you can ride the rallies and avoid downturns. VectorVest's powerful tools give you the foresight you need to buy low, sell high. While everyone else is looking at the hot stock of the day, VectorVest digs deep to find the real moneymakers, the ones you can win big with, all right at your fingertips. And VectorVest's simple metrics let you know at a glance if it's a good value, safe investment, and market conditions are right to buy. Plus, VectorVest's proprietary screeners put all of the best stock picks right at the top, so you can keep building your portfolio with ease. Timing is everything, so make the smart investing choice today and download the VectorVest app for a free trial.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the state government of Missouri. At approximately 9:10 p.m. Central Time, a large cyber attack targeted the 911 Emergency Management Agency's telecommunications headquarters and a number of state government buildings. There was a reported telephony denial of service attack. There will be a statewide phone outage as a result of this. The entire state of Missouri will be affected by this outage. Residents will be unable to dial 911 for emergency assistance using their phones or landlines. A temporary hotline has been established by the state government for law enforcement, EMT, and fire emergencies. Call 632-229-874-314-33876 or 816-444-8362.
Thank you. This morning, our Call 16 gathering brand new details about a massive 911 outage that spread across the state last.
Hundreds and thousands of Hoosiers at risk. Our Paris Lubell joining us live this morning with the brand new details.
This is an emergency action notification message. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. The state government of New York has requested that this station cease its regular programming in order to participate in the emergency alert system. If you are not in this area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. This is RTV6. We will continue to serve the city of New York. If you are not in this area, you should listen to news and information channels in your area. At around 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, an explosion was reported in Central Park and Wall Street. There were reports of dark red fog around the Central Park and Wall Street vicinity as a result of the blast. The components of the bomb is not yet known. The dark red fog formed by the bomb has been observed in the skies over Central Park South, Lincoln Square, the Upper West Side, Manhattan Valley, Central Harlem, East Harlem, and the Upper East Side, Lower Manhattan including Carnegie Hill and Lenox Hill, due to strong wind conditions. There were no early reports of fatalities as a result of the explosion, although there were a dozen injuries related with it. All residents in the proximity of Central Park are requested to take shelter. Evacuation of the immediate surrounding areas is not possible due to the rapid moving form of the unidentified fog. Residents in Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and Jersey City are being encouraged to remain indoors until additional information is obtained. Residents in the stated locations are urged to keep all windows and doors closed. Turn off all heating and cooling and close all external openings until further notice. Wet rags or cloths should be used to patch any structural fractures or holes. The CDC and the federal government are investigating which chemicals were employed in the weapon and how they might respond to the environment. If you detect dark red fog in the sky, please contact your local authorities so that they can track progress this hazard to all surrounding inhabitants. Do not step outdoors to better examine any visual smoke since certain compounds have been known to move in ahead of other chemicals, and the red coloring may not include all of the toxic materials from this weapon.
Negative, I'll start you one.
Hundreds of millions of people around the world using some of the most popular social media sites, Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp, have been forced offline in a major global blackout. It's one of the longest outages, already lasting several hours, and Facebook's share price has plummeted by nearly 5%. It's not known what's caused the problems or when they'll be fixed. Our consumer affairs correspondent Coletta Smith has the full story.
It's a trilogy of companies with one owner, and this afternoon it was the same message about them all.
We have halted the broadcast of this program due to unforeseen circumstances. Normal programming have been suspended. Her Majesty's government intends to alert the public about the possibility of a terrorist attack on British soil. The terrorist threat level has been increased to critical by the Joint Terrorism Analysis Centre and the Security Service, indicating that an attack is ongoing or is highly likely to occur in the near future. We have received reports from the City of London Police that a shooting has occurred in Wembley Stadium and an explosion at the Tate Modern. Shots were fired in Wembley Stadium during the Euro Cup match at around 1:30 p.m. today, according to our sources. A handful of gunmen equipped with Vector machine guns began firing on stadium fans. An explosion was reported at Tate Modern minutes after this incident, resulting in scores of injuries and an unconfirmed number of fatalities. Fire and rescue personnel are now on the scene in the affected areas. If you are in or near the affected areas, please evacuate as soon as possible. There is a likelihood that further attacks may occur, hence everyone should stay away from London landmarks and tourist attractions. BBC News will continue to serve the City of London with the latest news and information.
This is an ABC News special report. We bring to you breaking news of what appears to be a biological terrorist attack on American soil. as New Yorkers woke up to an explosion at Central Park and Wall Street today. The reported detonation of this unidentified explosive has already killed 467 people and injured over 700. As red-orange fog billows over the East Coast as a result of the explosion, New York governor has issued a shelter-in-place order for New York and surrounding cities. There have also been multiple fatalities among first responders who have been exposed to the smoke.
This is an emergency action notification message. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. The United States government has requested that this station cease its regular programming in order to participate in the emergency alert system. If you are not in this area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. This is ABC 5. We will continue to serve the city of Chicago. If you are not in this area, you should listen to news and information channels in your area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Chicago area. This is not a test. Across the country, numerous power outages have occurred at the same time. Several states have experienced power disruptions in the previous hours. All customers of the North American power transmission grid are affected by a major power fluctuation or outage, with the Western, Texas, Eastern, and Alaskan interconnections being affected. These are thought to have been carried out by an unidentified terrorist group. At this point, their objectives remain unknown. Authorities are now working to restore electricity in the impacted areas. These disruptions have also sparked widespread civil disorder in several cities, resulting in significant damage and vandalism. A power outage may disrupt communications, water and transportation, close retail businesses, grocery stores, gas stations, ATMs, banks, and other services, can cause food spoilage, water or contamination, and can prevent use of medical devices. In an event of a power outage, you should keep freezers and refrigerators closed. A full freezer will keep the temperature for about 48 hours. Use coolers with ice if necessary. Disconnect appliances and electronics to avoid damage from electrical surges. Power may return with momentary surges or spikes that can cause damage. Only use generators outdoors and away from window. Use alternate plans for refrigerating medicines or power-dependent medical devices. Do not use a gas stove to heat your home. Generators, camp stoves, or charcoal grills should always be used outdoors and at least 20 feet away from windows. If safe, go to an alternate location for heat or cooling. Go to a community location with power if heat or cold is extreme. Check on your neighbors. Older adults and young children are especially vulnerable to extreme temperatures.
We begin this hour with breaking news from Toronto, as we follow a hijacked plane flying low over Toronto Pearson International Airport. There were reportedly 120 civilian passengers on board, but no information about the hijackers has been released. We are trying to obtain more information on this incident. There has also been a report of an explosion on the CN Tower's observation deck. This appears to be a simultaneous terrorist attack, as we have seen from the United States and the United Kingdom earlier.
The National Public Alerting System has been activated by the Provincial Government of Ontario. We ask everyone receiving this broadcast to tune in for more information. Event type is terrorist threat. It is the responsibility of the public to stop, listen and respond as directed by this emergency broadcast and the Provincial Government of Ontario.
Le système national d'alerte publique a été activé par le gouvernement provincial de l'Ontario. Nous demandons à tous ceux qui reçoivent cette émission de se connecter pour plus d'informations. Le type d'événement est menace terroriste. Il incombe au public de s'arrêter, d'écouter et de répondre selon les directives du gouvernement provincial de l'Ontario.
At approximately 10:25 a.m. Eastern Time, an explosion was reported at the CN Tower in Eaton Mall in an apparent act of terrorism. This is a terrorist threat warning. We advise everyone living in the city of Toronto and populated areas to exercise caution. It is advised that you avoid non-essential outdoor travel. The federal government has heightened Canada's national terrorism threat level to critical, meaning that a violent act of terrorism is highly likely and could occur imminently. Exceptional measures have been placed to keep all citizens safe. All local and federal authorities have been mobilized to secure public and populated areas. Canadians should always remain alert to the danger of terrorism and report any suspicious activity to the National Security Tip Line 1-800-420-5805 or by contacting the police in their community.
Breaking news this hour, an unknown group of cyber terrorists have gained control of Chinese and Australian satellites that aid in the control of everything, from GPS to powered grids, satellite communications, and even transportation networks. Some of these satellites' propulsion systems appear to have been hijacked, causing them to change course and collide with other satellites and military infrastructure. The Australian Prime Minister is currently convening with his cabinet to consider immediate measures for dealing with this crisis.
This is an emergency warning. The Australian government has ordered that all networks cease operations to broadcast this emergency warning. A nationwide state of emergency has been declared. Transportation systems such as buses, trains, trams, and ferries have lost control, with trains and trams derailing across Melbourne. These incidents are known to be linked to the cyber attacks that have been reported worldwide. All urban transport services in Australia, including trains, buses, trams, and ferries, will be shut down until further notice. This measure will aid in the protection of all citizens from any future attacks such as these. Since it is unknown if any further incidents will occur, all citizens are urged to avoid metro and tram stations. The Australian national terrorism threat level has been increased to certain. Credible intelligence, assessed by our security agencies, indicates that all citizens should avoid non-essential outdoor travel. Critical infrastructure might be a target by these attacks in the next hours. The Australian government is doing all necessary to prevent further attacks on our country.
Here in California, we believe in what if. After all, it is our middle name. Like, what if we could go surfing and skiing in the same day? Boom! What if we could make it to the top of this? Or the bottom of this? What if I put this in my mouth? What if they had to save this?
We are F Paragon. In the recent days, you have seen our capabilities. We took control of power grids, telecommunications, the internet and much many more. This society that we live in is corrupt. Thus the government that leads us. We are here to bring
やっぱりこれだな。
ちょっと待ったー！カップヌードルよりカレー飯。こっちもお湯を注ぐだけ。5分待ったら出来上がり。混ぜると無駄にうまくなる。すすらなくていいから食べさせやすい。
おいしい。
麺と飯どっちが好き？ほらほら、とにかくファーストバイト。うわ、何この感覚。
私が間違った。
これは放射能汚染の警告です。大井高浜の住民全員に避難警報が発令されました。小浜、舞鶴、若狭、京都は追って通知があるまで違法な実態が高浜原子力発電所にアクセスしました。高浜原子力発電所の原子炉が過熱している。評価によると臨界レベルを超えています。次の中で15分各メルトダウンが可能です。あなたはすぐに去らなければなりません。炉心溶融は有毒な放射性廃棄物を環境に漏らし、生命を脅かす可能性があります。原子炉が爆発する可能性があります。
El gobierno español ha declarado un estado nacional, estado de emergencia. Por favor, espere para más información. La Dirección General de Protección Civil y Emergencias sufrió un gran ciberataque sobre las 20:25. Las sirenas de protección civil fueron activadas en toda España por ciberterroristas. En consecuencia, la activación de estas sirenas es parte de un ciberataque a gran escala contra nuestro país. No hay peligro de ningún tipo. En este momento, no se requiere ninguna acción. Por favor, mantenga una conducta tranquila y permanezca en el interior. El gobierno y la Policía Nacional están trabajando arduamente para evitar ataques adicionales en España.
This is breaking news at this hour. Military facilities across the NATO alliance are being targeted with cyber attacks, causing military equipment to misfire, communication networks to be compromised, and in some cases, requisitioning and controlling military assets such as drones. There is a large risk that these terrorists may now be aiming military defense systems according to numerous sources. We bring in Fox News military analyst.
This is a presidential alert. The White House has requested that this station cease its regular programming in order to participate in the emergency alert system. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Washington, D.C. area. The president has requested to speak on all stations and cable systems. By using the emergency alert system, the President of the United States and the American people will have a direct and secure line of communication. Please stand by for an audio message delivered by the President of the United States.
To the American people, if you are listening via radio or television transmission, this is the President speaking. Our nation as well as our allies are experiencing attacks from an unknown entity. These acts of terrorism have paralyzed and changed in a despicable way our society. As of 7 p.m. Eastern Time, computer networks of state and federal governments, public utilities, private airlines, power grids, transportation, and telecommunications systems were the principal targets of these cyber attacks. To confront and prevent these cyber attacks, the federal government has mobilized the Departments of Defense, Homeland Security, the National Security Agency, and the CIA. Our military infrastructure, as well as satellite communications, have been reclaimed by the government. The number of cities affected by power disruptions has fallen by 20%. We are in continual contact with our allies as we try to figure out who is behind these attacks. The world has seen the foes of democracy today. They may drag our country to its knees and paralyze it, but they will never break the resolve of the American people. These actions constitute a declaration of war against every country they have targeted. They will be defeated and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Now therefore, I, Talca Quincy Bailey, President of the United States of America, by virtue of authority vested in me as President by the Constitution and laws of the United States, hereby declare a national emergency, effective immediately. During this time of peril, all I ask of everyone is to remain strong and calm as our country faces this crisis. Our country's resources of essential needs will be rationed to affected households. State governments have activated their National Guards, and FEMA is in continual contact with states affected by the power outage, offering assistance in the form of charging and cooling stations. These efforts will go a long way toward ensuring that no American is left behind. We will get through this difficult period. God bless America and all who fight for her.
As a DJ, I know all about customization. That's why I love Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need.
How about a throwback?
You got it.
Liberty, Liberty, Liberty. I'll settle for something I can dance. Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Your unanimous surrender is the only option. In comparison to our powers, your country and government are nothing. We, F. Paragon, have initiated the establishment of a new order, and there is no turning back. Every nation on Earth will have 4 hours to lay down their arms and surrender to us. If these requests are not met, you will be subjected to historic heights of retribution.
不输实力，更不输外形。你第一眼注意到我的，竟然是头屑，绝对不行！海飞丝男士护肤洗发水，持久去屑，头屑不见，秒来电。海飞丝。
我需要一杯牛奶吗？
黑客已经成功渗透到我们的导弹系统，触发未经授权发射10枚带有核弹头的导弹。中国人民解放军和中华人民共和国没有错，预计其他国家将在接下来的几分钟内进行报复性罢工，准备一个核藏身处，前往最近的政府指定掩体。中华人民共和国人民警察将协助疏散公民，保持冷静并以和平的方式撤离。中国永不屈服，中国将长存，中国共产党万岁，人民万岁。China will never surrender. China shall endure. Long live the Communist Party of China. Long live the people. 警告！警告！警告！15枚入境核导弹将袭击深圳、上海、北京，立即寻找导弹掩体。Warning! 15 inbound nuclear missiles will strike Shenzhen, Shanghai and Beijing. Seek missile bunker now.
This is an attack warning. I repeat. This is an attack warning. An attack warning means that an actual nuclear attack against the United States has been detected and that protective action must be taken. All residents in Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago and Houston must seek a fallout shelter immediately. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks.
We have given you 4 hours to lay your arms. Your governments had immense pride of themselves, while underestimating our capabilities. One missile is all it takes to bring the reign of all to an end. Fragility and selfishness brought us here, and your government's initial response is retaliation, which will result in humanity's extinction. A few of you may perish while witnessing these weapons ignite, while others may survive. One thing is certain, the living will envy of the dead. They who has control over the past will have control of the future. A new beginning, a new earth, and a new order are promised by F. Paragon.